Hey guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry, as usual. I was sitting at work, working from home, thinking about taking a break, and decided, you know what? Instead of cleaning and putting away laundry, I think I should do a quick video if I can be quick and update from the last one. And I haven't gone back to see what I even talked about in the last one, but I know that I said I was thinking about doing a bikini competition. So a lot in terms of training has happened since then. So I wanted to update, and then if I can, it would really be smart to try and take videos even more than once a week maybe leading up to the competition. So the competition's happening. I'm actually doing two. Let me rewind a bit. So my starting weight, if you've seen any of my videos, highest weight was 228. Day of surgery I was 215.6, I think, and I went down post-surgery a year later or so to about like 135, 136. I think I may have seen 135 like once, but I was kind of stable around 136, 137 for a while, and then I popped back into the 140s, and I was kind of up and down in that range for a while. Got up to like 150. The highest I've seen on the scale post-surgery is 153, and that's only been like a couple times. It's not like a consistent number that I saw. But I was somewhere between like 148, 153 for a while, and then I come back down and kind of go back up. When I came back from Africa, I think I was 144, which I hadn't been in a while, and then it went back up to the 148, 153 range. So late last year, I had a really good friend who was training for a bikini competition, and I was just really inspired by her because her dedication and the results that she was seeing, and just that focus just kind of inspired me to try something different. I've been gotten back into spin and done body pump classes, and not really paying attention to what I ate, but I tend to eat pretty clean. It was just, I mean, too much, I guess. Nuts in particular, I really, oh, I love my nuts, and I can eat like a cup of them easily, which is hundreds of calories. So I decided to kind of copy her, and I hooked up with her coach, who's in Vegas, and I'm not, I'm in California. And so I was a remote client, and for the first 3 months, it was kind of like a transition program, or I don't even know what she calls it. I think she calls it a transformation program, but she provides meal plans, grocery lists. It's a very prescribed diet, so you make the recipes, and you track it in MyFitnessPal, and she gives workouts as well. So I did that for the first 3 months, and had good results. I don't know how much I lost in that first 3 months. The first month and a half was really fast, and then from there it's been kind of just progressive. And I think about mid-March, I went out and visited my friend and the coach, and that's when I decided to really kind of commit to prep, so competition preparation, which is a whole different ball game. I consider the first 3 months I was with the coach kind of pre-prep prep, so it was very similar, just not quite as intense, and obviously the investment, I would think, by the coach is a little different. So I officially started my competition prep at the beginning of May, so that gave me 5 months or 20 weeks for preparation. I had my body fat tested through a DEXA scan, which is considered even better than the hydrostatic test. And at mid-March, I think I got it tested, and it was 22.6, I think, percent body fat, which is pretty good. For competition, it's not, but I mean, for that far out, I was okay. So anyway, so I started prep in May, and the coach pretty quickly, my body responds pretty fast. I'm lucky, and I feel very, very lucky considering I went through weight loss surgery, and I have a pretty strong metabolism, and my body in general, I'm a mesomorph, like probably almost purely mesomorph. So it doesn't take much for my body to just be like, what's going on? The only issue for me really is loose skin. So I think that's going to be my problem for the competition. But regardless, let's go on. So mid-March, I was about 22.6% body fat, according to the DEXA scan. And then from there, the The training kind of increased, so I was working out 6 days a week. At some point from, I think it was June or July, it increased to 7 days a week. And so that's been kind of like when I can do 7 days a week. I break a lot. I've had like a lot of like little injuries, but it's been really annoying. Like I had a muscle in my upper back, thoracic muscle, that was a really big problem. Like I could barely move. Actually, the weekend of my birthday, I worked out that Monday and then was like totally incapacitated, like could barely move. It was awful. And I've had some other injuries. Recently, my hamstring's been a problem in one of my legs, and one leg in general has different issues. So this whole training has given me an insight into my body mechanics that I never knew before. My lower back also, I had a back spasm, like a muscle spasm, but luckily it was just muscle, so it went away like really fast. So thank God, because that would have knocked me, I don't know, but it's better. And then lots of other little things. It's like, oh, what's wrong with Erica today? I don't know. So I hurt myself easily. I do stretch, I do foam roll, I do all that stuff, which I never used to do before, but with this, it's the training's so intense that I kind of have to. I'm in the gym. I don't actually know the amount of time I work out in terms of duration of actually exercising, but I'm physically in the gym somewhere at least 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours a day. Except for there's a couple days, like Sunday's a light day, so it's like, well, now she's changed it. It used to be like an hour, now it's even less. And I'm not doing a ton of cardio. In fact, I got reprimanded for doing, like, adding extra cardio because I was having the hamstring issue and there was things I couldn't do. And so the coach was worried that I was going to continue losing fat too fast and get loose. So she's like, no, what are you doing? Stop doing what you want to do. So so my program is, it was for a while. I went and visited the coach in mid-June in Vegas, and the second she saw me, the pictures that I send her once a week weren't really capturing the muscularity of my upper body very well. And when she saw me in person, she's like, holy crap, we need to cut out your upper body because the division, bikini is a division in bodybuilding, and it's kind of the softer, sexy look. It's more about a round bubble butt and a tiny little waist, and they don't care or want big shoulders or arms. They don't want quads. So all the things that I'm really good at creating, they do not want. So arms came out of my program mid-June, and it was totally like just hammering away at my glutes and hamstrings. Quads are massive, calves are massive, and it's just conditioning. With the hamstring issue, I can't sprint. It kills my legs, so we're trying to work around that. But so fast forward to, I think like a week or two ago, 2 weeks ago, I think, I went to there's a federation called NPC. There's different federations or organizations within bodybuilding. I never knew that. The one I'm competing in is a natural division, which means the athletes don't take, it's basically like the Olympic athlete list of banned substances. You can't take anything performance enhancing, and they can drug test you, and that you can even take like a lie detector test. Ooh, ominous. I don't know that they actually test all that often, but anyway, so my federation, not mine, but the federation I'll be competing in is a natural athlete federation. But there's another one where it's pretty clear that some people, men, it's very clear, even with women, that they're taking something, or many things. Women, it's not just like, even in bikini, they'll take like estrogen blockers and diuretics and fat burners and other things, other substances. So one of the main federations is called NPC. And so I went to, and they're big and much more kind of professional. I hate to say it, but they've got their shit together. It's a show. The federation I'm competing in, all the shows I've been to just seem kind of like slapped together and thrown on stage and not incredibly well organized or presented. But anyway, so I went to an NPC show thinking, because I've heard that bikini in NPC can be like a little bit more muscular and ripped than in the natural. So I went to go see a show, and it wasn't even so much the girls on stage, but when the bikini competitors were off stage, they were tiny. They were so small, and I'm like, I'm gonna look like a freaking beast compared to these girls. I'm just not built that way. Plus, my assets aren't in the same. Like, I don't have a bubble butt. I don't have a tiny waist. Long, I've said many times on camera, whenever I do a shot of my body, I'm like, I'm wide. I'm flat and wide, and that's just my body. And getting my glutes developed has been quite an undertaking, but they're coming along. It's going to take probably more time. Anyway, so when I saw the figure, so in women's division of bodybuilding, it goes bikini, soft, sexy, tone, totally in shape, but not ripped, not muscular necessarily. And then it goes figure, more muscular, still. It's supposed to be still feminine and sexy. I don't like the posing in figure, and I don't like the suits in figure. They're actually growing on me, but I don't like the posing. It's not, and that's why I want it to be in bikini, because it's sexy. So bikini, figure, physique, and then bodybuilding, and I think there's some other ones. Anyway, so I decided a couple weeks ago, you know what, I'm not going to fight this anymore. I want to train for my body, so let's go figure. Let's go figure. So I'm still doing one of the classes of bikini. I'm going to compete in my age class of masters, 40 to 49. But I've changed, I've swapped out some of my other categories, and I'm going to compete in 2 classes in figure. One is my age category, 40 and up, or 40 to 49, and then the other one is open, so that I can, and open means it's open to all of the different age classes, so I can kind of see how I rank amongst everyone who competes. And there might be like 3 people. I really hope there's more, but anyway, so that was what I decided. I'm also doing a category called Body Quest, which I think can really mean anything. It could probably mean you've survived cancer and you had to go through all of this, these health issues, and this is now celebrating your transformation and recovery, maybe, I don't know. But for me, obviously, it's weight loss. So I've gotten one of my before shots blown up to life size as like a scroll that I can hang on like a display thing, and I'm going to have that up on stage with me and kind of tell my story quickly and succinctly, unlike my YouTube videos, which is now 13 minutes. So my challenge now is, do I disclose the weight loss surgery? It's nobody's business, I don't have to, but I kind of feel to go up there and be like, yo, I lost, like, at that point I'll have lost 100 pounds. So how? Like, it's always people's question. And so I don't really know. I don't want to be disingenuous. I also, if my gut is feeling like it makes me uncomfortable, then I should honor that. I don't owe it to anybody. But I kind of feel like it's part of it. It's a big part of it. So I'm still struggling with that. I've kind of written a couple speeches. They're short. I mean, they're really just a couple minutes, or else people are going to fall asleep. But I'm just struggling on whether I want to put that in there or not. So anyway, so I'm doing that category. I'm really excited. So, drum roll. I'm doing 2 competitions. The first one is 2 weeks from tomorrow, September 10th. And that's kind of a practice run, since I've never done a show before. It's literally going to be practice. It's local. And then the real show is in Vegas on September 24th. So I'm going to go out a week early and stay with the coach in her house and go through what's called peak week. So it means, I don't know, it's manipulation of diet to kind of bring you in at the best possible package or body that you can the day of the show. So I won't do any of that for the first show. I'm just going to kind of go in as I am and manipulate sodium and things like that a little bit, but basically go in as I am. And then the second show will be kind of the real deal. So I had my body fat tested again last week, and So I thought I would be like 19. I don't know what I was thinking. I have a mirror, I have a scale, but 11.7% body fat. Like, I nearly fell out of my chair because that's bananas. That's really crazy. Um, I can't see my abs. I think it's really because I have excess skin on my stomach. So I think that was kind of my marker. Like, if I can start seeing an outline, a contour of abs, then it means that I'm under 15% body fat or 13% body fat or so. 11.7. I mean, my abs are flat, and I know that I'm lean. In fact, so the DEXA scan gives you a reading for each of your body parts, and I don't have it up. Probably access it. Anyway, I'm not going to go through my reading, but basically, the part of my body that's carrying the most fat is my legs. Go surprise, big surprise, and it's like 14 point something, I think, in my legs. And then my torso, I mean, everything else is basically, for it to average out to 11.7, it means everything else is leaner than that. So that was a big wake-up call because I thought I had a lot more to cut and like lean out before the show, and I'm starting to actually get worried because I can't see abs. My legs don't feel like they're that lean. And so I just was thinking that I had another like 10 pounds to lose. And I don't. The coach actually is like starting to reverse me out of the preparation diet a little bit because she doesn't want me to lose more weight, which is mind-blowing. I've never thought that I would hear those words before, like, you're too lean for this stage of the game. What? So I'm really proud and excited. The training now, because I'm doing figure, has reincorporated arms as of last week. So these bad boys have gotten no attention for 2 months. So we have to kind of build up lats. Figure, there's like a lat spread, they call it, and my lats are just kind of like, we're taking a nap, just leave us alone. So I have to wake them up. But just like I've gotten back in the water a little bit just to kind of, because that does get these firing, and that feels good. And yeah, so I'm training like a mad woman. The workouts now are crazy. She just changed it last week, and the volume's incredibly high, but the reps, the number of reps I do are really, really high, but the weight is really, really low. So it takes forever. But I'm excited. And then I'm excited to kind of reverse out of this because I've been doing it for a long time and kind of get to some semblance of normal and figure out what my next fitness goal will be. I'm sure I'll compete again, but in the immediate future post-competition, I'm thinking probably get back in. I really have the bug to swim again, so probably get back into masters and get my eye on probably an Olympic length triathlon and start doing some of the workouts that I like to do and I've had to avoid. I've avoided spin because it builds up quads, and my quads are already too big and too dominant. And arms I've avoided and haven't really been able to run. So healing, it'll be really nice to get some time to heal and not work out like ridiculous number of hours a week. I enjoy it. It's just like I have a life and I have to work, and I'm getting into the office at like 10:30, 11. I feel guilty every single time I do it, but they know what's going on and they're proud. And I mean, it's kind of amazing to have support, especially at work. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone when I'm at the gym just to make sure I'm not missing any like important emails at normal business morning hours, but I don't know, this is my focus right now. All my energy, just like it was when I was joining the Peace Corps and everything was consumed with Peace Corps, now everything is consumed with competition. So I think I've caught everything up. Oh, my weight, I didn't update that. So as of this morning, I was 131.2, and the lowest I've seen is 129. Within this last week, I've hit 129-ish a couple times. So I haven't post-surgery, until I started doing this, I haven't seen this weight ever. So it's crazy to be 4.5 years out and be the leanest and fittest you've ever been in your life. Especially, like, I felt like I was on this slippery slope of, like, getting back up to 200. I didn't really feel like I would, but, you know, when you start seeing the scale creep up and it feels hard to control it and bring it back down, and you have to work what I felt like I was working really hard for, like, 2 pounds, it sucks. So this has been the focus and the consistency, and it just, yeah, I think just the structure has really, really taught me a lot. So I'll probably record another video about kind of what this prep has taught me in terms of food. And I know I'm going to say that, and everybody's going to be like, that's what we care about, not all this other crap you've been rambling on about for 20 minutes, but alright. Oh, I should probably do body shots, maybe, like short, little, quick ones. Off camera. Now you can see my little stick thing that I just got in the mail. I really need to pee, so I'm really bloated, but yeah, I always feel like I need music or something. I don't know how to do this, like, so the posing for bikini is something like this. And I don't think that this is doing any kind of justice. You can see the quads. I'm on my tippy toes. Yeah, all here is actually lean, but it doesn't really come through on camera all that well, especially when I have to go to the bathroom like nobody's business. Like, this is a muscle right here. Oh, I guess it's starting to come through. I don't know. And arms that are getting worked right now. Okay, that's enough. Thanks. Sorry I've been gone. I'll be back. I'm going to try to record a few times a week if I can, just to kind of check in and kind of talk about the rest of the prep. 4 weeks to go for the main show and 2 weeks to go for the practice. Until next time, YouTube.